I love it in my new apartment. I can finally keep everything clean and tidy. Like, I only want to see things that I want to see. But then we realized that the landlord wasn't actually the real landlord. It's like a middleman. They wanted to take the money from the tenants like for half a year, and then they took the money and disappeared. Hello guys, I'm Billy and welcome to my new apartment. So recently I just moved out from my parents' place and I finally got my own apartment. This is the first time of my life living alone in an apartment, and I've been here for 7 days now, so I thought it's a perfect time for me to share with you guys my experience living in a single apartment compared to the shared apartment in the past, and also all this crazy problem that I had with the real estate agents in the past. I will put some bonus tips for renting an apartment in the last to help you guys avoid the mistakes that I've made, and so make sure you make it to the end. And without further ado, here we go. A lot of you guys may have already heard me complaining about how bad it was for me to live with my parents again. Actually, at first it was kind of nice because I didn't need to pay the rent finally, and they always have a lot of food in the fridge, and they got a lot of like free supplies that I can always use. So it was nice for a while. After moving out from my parents' apartment, I can finally gain some control over my lifestyle, my own little space, and the things I want to do. Oh, I still remember back then when I was shooting videos like this, my parents would always call me to eat dinner, and that really bothered me because I wanted to just finish my thing first. I love it in my new apartment. I can finally keep everything clean and tidy. Like, I would put everything away in the closet. I only want to see things that I want to see. And also, everything I bought was to match the color of the furniture here, so it kind of looked nicer. I also bought decoration like flowers and candles. It's just a really nice place that I'd love to come home to after a tiring day at work. Also, I can finally do my things without people watching me. Like, I can just shoot this video as late as I want without my parents telling me to go to sleep. I can go out like with my friends and nobody would tell me to go home. I have a lifestyle. I don't need people to tell me what I need to do. And of course, privacy. I finally have it. Like, although I need to share this kitchen with the two roommates living upstairs, like it's not really a single apartment, but still I own this whole space by myself. I can always invite friends to come over to have dinner or have a little gathering, or have a house party, you know. I can just do things in my own space. But of course, the price I have to pay is first the rent of this apartment, and second, it took me so much effort to firstly find this apartment. And of course, moving is hard, buying new stuff is hard, cleaning is hard, and yeah, I don't have my parents' free stuff anymore. It can be pricey to live by yourself, especially in some big cities where everything is very expensive. So many young adults choose to live in a shared apartment. I was quite lucky that I didn't need to live in an apartment with a bunch of strangers, because back in Shanghai, I had my good friends that would just rent an apartment and we each just took one room. Yeah, I think the biggest problem for a shared apartment is the risk of having random roommates, because if you don't get along with, say, some of them, it can be really annoying because you have to share like the kitchen, the bathroom, and the living room, or this public area together. Like if one of your roommates is really messy, or they like to put things around, or can get really loud, it's just annoying. But if you can get along with your roommates, or your roommates are already your friends, it's a nice thing. Like, you can do many things together and it feels less lonely. I remember back then my roommates and I would cook dinner together and watch a movie while we're eating. We would also go shopping together, we do sports together, we go out together. It was a really nice experience. But even though my roommates back then, we are good friends and we got along really well, but we still had some problem with the decision making, because renting an apartment is a huge decision and we have to make all this decision as a team. I moved 3 times within the 1.5 years when I worked in Shanghai. So the first apartment, it was a nice apartment, but it was kind of small for 3 of us. We also had some problem with the landlord, so we wasn't sure whether we want to move out before the deal. But eventually we lived there for a year and we wanted to move again. The second apartment was also quite nice. At first, it was on the top floor and the price was great. But then we realized that the landlord wasn't actually the real landlord. It's like a middleman, and he kind of put a whole big apartment into 3 parts. And our part has so much problem, like within the ceiling, the floor, and everything. So we have to move again after living there for 3 months, and we lost the deposit and also, you know, the engine fees. And the third apartment was huge and it looked amazing, and the price was also reasonable for us back then, but now you think about it, it was kind of low. So that was actually a trick by the real estate agency. They wanted to take the money from the tenants like for half a year, and then they took the money and disappear. And that's how we got tricked. So although it was nice to live with my roommates back then, but all this moving, all this negotiation with the landlord and the agents and the loss of the engine fee, the deposit has put so much pressure emotionally and financially on me. So I never want to experience that again. It was just one of the worst time in my life. I've learned my lesson, so I'm actually quite happy with this apartment right now. It's not typically cheap, but I didn't pay for the engine fee because I contacted the landlord directly. And I love the location. It's close to my company and closer to the city center. I love the space here. It's quite spacious for me. I love the windows, huge. I love the furniture, the colors here. Also, my landlord is quite nice and easy to talk with. I think my roommates, they're nice people too. So I don't think I'll get into any big problem living here. That's all I wish. So we made it to the last of the video, and here are the bonus tips for renting apartments. First of all, if the price is too good to be true, like it's too low than average, it's always a sign for problems. The best case is a fake profile for the engine to attract you. Even if the profile pictures and the price are real, there can still be some potential problems or hidden problems from the landlord that he doesn't want to tell you. The worst case, if the real estate agent tries to persuade you to pay like 6 months or 1 year upfront, it's a sign that he will probably just take your money and disappear and leave the mess to you and the landlord to negotiate. That happened to me. Tip number 2, you gotta do a lot of research on the options and the prices of the apartment in the area where you want to live. I know that in China, most people do it online now, like using all these apps. But there's a big problem with the mainstream apps, because first, there are a lot of fake profiles there, and secondly, you don't really connect with the real landlords there, you connect with the local agent. The biggest problem for the real estate agent is that they would always want to sell you the shitty apartments first. They have different tricks, they are very unreliable, and they charge for the engine fee, so I really hate them. I use an app called Wealthy. In Chinese it's called 随心所欲. I think it only works in China now. This is not sponsored, but I really love this app because all the profiles on it are real, and I could just directly contact with the landlord or the tenants who are trying to sublet their apartment. I think the app is designed for shared apartment. It's perfect for that, but you can also find single apartments like this one on the app. Tip number 3, if you want to live in a shared apartment, I think it's better for you to meet your future roommates before you make the decision. Like when you visit the apartment with the landlord for the first time, you can actually see the public area. Is it messy? Is it clean? You can even try to talk to your future roommates and like have a little conversation, get the first impression before you make decision, because living with someone is a really big decision. Okay, that's all for today's video. My apartment still doesn't have Wi-Fi, so I still need to figure out like where to edit it and upload it. You see the problem of moving to a new apartment. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video has helped you a lot, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.